Man, that was a hard workout, man. Shit. I tell you, man, it ain't getting easier. I remember when I was younger, man, I used to be beasting through like 4 hour workouts, two capoeira classes back to back. Eat the can from the back. Now all I got is 1 hour for that ass. That's all I got now. 1 hour workout. If I'm on the juice, I could do 3 hours. If I'm on the juice, you feel me? I'm glad it's not over for me yet. As old as I am, and I still got young people coming at me. Some guys, they age out the game and shit. Okay, let's get out of here, man. Let's go fly a sign. Let's go fly a sign in this bitch. Son of a motherfucking bitch. You know, yeah, so be serious about passing on your genetics, bro. Like me, I feel like I got one more shot to pass on my genetics. That's why I'm working out, keeping my body in shape. Because you're going to need a younger female to pass on your genetics with. You feel me? You're going to need a younger woman to pass on your genetics with. You can't do it with an older female. You gotta be serious about yours, man. Hellcat still got some more time left, man. I ain't got a whole lot of time, but I got time. I got some time to get the bag and procreate. You feel me? You know? Like I said, some motherfuckers have aged out of the game. Young females don't want to have nothing to do with them, bro. And I'm like, damn, hurry up and get the bag and procreate. Hurry up. God damn it, nigga. Hurry up and get that bag. You feel me? That's what you need to do, bro. Is to hurry up and get your money on. Stop playing around and get the bag, man, and lay your seed, man. You gotta be serious with it. I think a lot of guys, man, they don't take their, land, you feel me? They don't take it seriously. I work out, man, to keep myself healthy, to attract young females. I don't want no old female, no old hag, man. I can't procreate with that. Like older women past 30, they're invisible to me, bro. I'm only looking at the younger females. That's what I'm looking at. I ain't looking at no old hag, man. You feel me? I mean, who wants to look at an old hag, man? Nobody. Nope. You past 30, you're invisible. I'm trying to procreate. I'm trying to bust nuts in young females, get them pregnant and have children. I'm trying to bust grapes inside the cooch. But first we gotta get that money first. Get the money first, then we get the women, bro. You feel me? Don't do it backwards. A lot of motherfuckers, they bust nuts first inside the coochie before they can get the money. And that fucks up everything. You feel me? Let me tell you, man, it's getting harder to throw them kicks. You know what I'm saying? That's what we gotta do. We gotta get the bag and bust nuts inside a young coochie. I've been thinking about having children, man. I'm sorry, bro. That's just the babies inside of me. You feel me? I got babies. I'll be at the hospital like, oh my God, it's a girl, it's a boy. I'm smoking a cigar. Got a smoking a cigar. Got a bottle of vodka. Pacing back and forth. You feel me? Doctor come out. It's a girl. It's a boy. Nah, I'm just kidding. They already figure out what it is before it comes out. Is it a girl or boy? You know? You gotta be serious about that, man. A lot of guys out here, bro, the reason why they up on their grind, man, because they're about their procreation, man. You know what I'm saying? They're about getting inside the cooch. You know what I'm saying? In order to do that, you must obtain resources in the bag, you feel me? In order to do that, you gotta get the finances in order first. But you got guys out here competing at a higher level and shit. Reason why they do it, bro. What's up with the green? Yeah, my friend, my son, my son is the future Tyrone. Hell yeah. I'm trying to get with a young hot tenderoni. That's tall. If I get with a female that's above my looks level, yeah, my kid gonna be a Tyrone. Because when I was younger, I was a 7. And then if I get with a female that's an 8, 9, or a 10, yeah, my son gonna be a Tyrone. But she gotta be tall too, so my kid could be tall, Get my kid the height syndrome. What's up with it? What's up with the high priest? You know? He said he only wants sons. Yeah, man, be about your procreation, bro. We gotta take it seriously. A lot of guys don't take it seriously. So what I gotta do to procreate nowadays? Get the money. You feel me? Get the bag. Work out. You know? Keep your body in shape, bro. That's why I worked out just now. See, you know? The female still desire me. I'm 45. No, I'm not almost 50 yet. I'm 45. Almost 50 is like 48. I'm on my way to 50, but I ain't 50 yet, nigga. Yeah, I'm still looking all kinds of young out here. You know what I'm saying? Young females still want me and shit. They blow my ego up when they do that. And I like when they say my name, you know, when I walk in, yeah. And I like when they say my name. I like when they say, hi, Kel, hi, Kel, hi, Kel, hi, Kel. It goes inside my head like a broken record. Hi, Kel, hi, Kel, hi, Kel. You feel me? And old guy can still have kids. Hell yeah, man. I'm be about my procreation, bro. It's something I take very seriously. That's why I'm chasing this bag right now. Think about it, bro. Like all the professional greats, they all took their craft seriously. Michael Jordan, Bruce Lee, Kobe Bryant, you know, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Michael J. White. You feel what I'm saying? Jackie Chan, Steven Seagal, all these motherfuckers. Well, Steven Seagal is kind of like, he kind of the laughing fat man stock of the century right now, man. But at one point, he took his shit seriously, man. He done got fat. Everybody making fun of him. He's so bad, man. I'm like poor Steven Seagal, bro. Everybody's making fat jokes in the comment sections. I still go and watch his videos when he be throwing people around and shit, you know. But them jokes on Steven Seagal, man, that shit is funny as hell, boy. What he said? He said, Steven Seagal, master of Aikido, burrito, and Dorito. And potato. Master of Aikido, burrito, Dorito, and potato. Man. But other than that, man, he was about his shit, bro. You take it seriously or you just gotta go home, man. You trying to lose weight, you gotta take it seriously. You can't be joking around, man. You know, when it's time to bust nuts inside the coochie and you having problems doing it, you gotta get the bag up. You know what I'm saying? Get your body in shape and shit, man. And that's what you gotta do. Especially if you're struggling to do it. I say, man, you stay focused for long periods of time, man. Whatever you're going after, if the odds are stacked up high, if you keep going, the odds will start to lower down. And you'll be able to jump over the odds, you know what I'm saying? When the odds are stacked high, throughout time, and Diddy said it himself. He was like, throughout time, them odds will come down. Just with time, that's all it is. You put time into your craft, the odds are stacked high to get your big break or whatever you're doing. But after a while, after a few years of studying and keep on going, and them eyes will come down eventually. You know, if I hit 100 million, nigga, I would move to like a different state. Probably might go to Texas or something. Or I might move to LA. I might move to the Hollywood Hills, man. Well, I'm serious about mine, man. That's what cats don't go. That's what cats don't. I mean, that's what cats go wrong at. They let other things stand in their way, like women, you know, friends, family. They let all the things stand in their way, and laziness. They let that stand in their way, man. You feel me? So don't let nothing stand in your way. He used to see us going to Thailand and win. He ain't never said nothing. Hell no. Hell no, he ain't going to Thailand, bro. He lazy, bro. First, you got to save the money to do so. That takes discipline. He used to see they got no discipline, bro, for nothing. Not even to go overseas. He been here for 8 years, man. It ain't this shit. All the other guys, they struggling to get laid. They packing up bags and going overseas. They doing something about their what they call it, their procreation problem. You know, their replicating problem. You know, their reproductive problem, right? They taking care of that shit. Our bodies is built to fuck, man. That's what your body's built to do. Procreate, have babies. If you can't do that, man, you have failed in life. Like that one guy, man, he walked in with 2 children. 100 million going overseas, yeah, just for vacation. You don't want to be worth all that money going over there, man. Look, let's say you won 100 million and you go overseas to a very poor country, marry and procreate with a poor girl, okay? And you worth all that money, you better watch your ass, man. You might get killed, man. It might not be from her. It might be her family members gunning for you. I done heard stories of guys going over there being worth money, and the family members try to take him out. He's worth more dead than alive. Hell no. I won't go out there, man. Unless it's a first world country like Japan, China. I wouldn't go to China, man. Hell no. But I'll go to Japan. Wait. But do what you want to do. You know. You want to marry a Filipino woman? Do what you want to do. You know, we gotta be what they call it. Be serious about your procreation, bro. Like, we all know that it takes money to raise kids. And we gotta enter in professions that's gonna allow us to have kids, man. My thing is, don't be lazy. Pursue something with a passion, man. Pursue the bag with the passion. So once I get my money straight and the money is good and I got my money invested where it's coming in on a regular basis, then I can have children, man. I'm thinking about opening up a restaurant or something with my money. Or I might go back into music, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. You don't want to go overseas, man, with all that money. You can get money in your own country now, bro. You got $100 million. You can get women over here, bro. You don't have to worry about no language barrier or nothing. So if you go overseas, you don't have to worry about a language barrier. That's gonna be hard, especially if you're an older guy and you've been on this planet speaking English for a very long time. It's going to be hard for you to learn Tagalog. It's going to be very hard for you to learn Thai. Over here, we don't have to worry about no language barrier or nothing. You go overseas, you're going to have to use your phone and stuff and Google to translate the words and stuff. That's too much. Nah, I'm good. I stay here, man. If I got $100 million, man, I stay in America where I can live the American dream, and I could drive Ferraris and stuff, and Lambos. I wanna own some of the cars that I've been dreaming about for a very long time. You can't do that in other countries. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you more of a chance to get robbed out there, man, in those other countries. So with Dorian Johnson, if you have kids too old, the risk of kids having birth defects, that's for women, not for us. If women have babies too old, not you. You're just the fertilizer. It's women's eggs that dry up after a while, man. Not us. We can keep on having kids until the day that we die, man. We can keep on fertilizing the egg, man. It just takes. You know what the problem is with trying to have a baby as an older man. It takes more tries because your sperm count go lower. It lowers as you get older. Your sperm count. You feel me? So you're going to have to bust more nuts inside that cooch than you did when you was a young man in his 20s. And when you in your 20s, you could get her pregnant easily, man. Like I remember I was busting nuts inside a Thai girl, busting nuts in her cooch, and I didn't get her pregnant at all, man. I bust nuts like 4 or 5 times up in there. And plus I was on the juice. I think I wasn't gonna get her pregnant anyway. But I was trying to get her pregnant, man. One of my only options, man. At that time, I had babies. I wanted to keep that hoe. So I let loose inside that cooch. You know what I'm saying? Pulled out, rested for like 5 minutes, went back in that coochie again, bust another nut, pulled out, and I was done. Like I said, nowadays I only got like 2 or 3 nuts for these females. It ain't like when I was younger when I could bust like 4 or 5 nuts just like that with the blink of an eye. I remember when I was messing with my Brazilian girl, we was having sex all day. I must have had bust 8 nuts at one point. But I was also 20 years old, or 21. I was 21. And, I was messing around with her. Man, I must have had busted so many nuts. And in one setting, I bust 8 nuts. You got to hit it from the back to have kids, yep. Because it goes further in there. When you bust a grape, you know, it goes further in there, man. It's going to be fun. You don't have to wear no condom. You don't have to pull out. You just stay right on in. Because you're trying to have a baby. Just every time you have sex, stay on the inside. Don't have to pull out. Ooh, that's the best thing in the world. Oh, you're hitting it from the back. Just explode on the inside. Oh, man, I did that a lot of times with my ex-girlfriend. Me and my ex-girlfriend, we didn't use no condoms. You know what I'm saying? We stayed together for a long time, man. When it was time to do the nasty, I didn't have to put no condom on anyway. Just went inside, bust nuts on the inside. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But I should have known that we wasn't having no babies. I wish I was a little bit older to figure that shit out. I was too young. Like right now, if I got with a female that was 9 years older than me, I know that we ain't having no children. I know that for sure, right off the bat. So I would, even if she looked good enough, I would stab and keep it moving and look for younger females to have babies with. You know? You know? Yeah, we don't have no problem, man, having children, bro. It's the women that got the problems, man, and you know, they have a baby at a certain age. I think the girl with the retarded son, she had that baby around 30. Okay, so the kid came out with autism. Yeah, she had that baby around 30. You know, she had the older ones that's healthy and stuff like that in her 20s. So even 30, it's not really dangerous, but there's a high risk. Well, it's not a high risk. It's like you're knocking on the door of high risk. That's what it is for a female. She's knocking on the door for high risk. She's not 35 yet. Anything past 35 is a high risk pregnancy. You know? Anything past 35 is not good. That's why it's not good to like try to marry a female past 35. Now, Young Jeezy, he got lucky, man. You know, when he had got Jenny Mai pregnant and the baby came out, the baby came out healthy, man. But that was a gamble. Woo, that was close. That was a gamble. Feel me? You know. You know. So take your fucking procreation seriously, man. You know, be about your procreation. Get your money together, man. Don't stick around and wait until it's too late, man. A lot of guys, it's too late for them, man. You know, they aged out of the game. Females don't want to have nothing to do with them, especially the younger females. The ones who are fertile and stuff don't want to have nothing to do with them. Until you get that money, then it doesn't matter what age you are, man. But get that bag first and then have babies, man. See, me, I still gotta like invest my money. You know, let's say I hit a jackpot of $1 million, or even 2 million or whatever. I still gotta invest that money and wait for the investment to come back to me. So it's gonna take me a few more years to have children because I'm gonna need that fucking investment to come back to me so I could reinvest. You know what I'm saying, to have children. But the first time I get that first investment, that's when I'm having children. when the first investment come back to me, that's when I have children. You know what I'm saying? So you make that quick, smart investment, man. It comes back to you. You know, then you can have children, man. But anyway, I gotta fly a sign. You guys have a good day. You know, the best women are 20 to 24 years old. Yep. I agree. That's the best time for them to have children, man. You know what I'm saying? I totally agree, bro. But this society has lied to them. You know, it's okay, girl. Wait till you get to be 30 and then have children. By that time, it's gonna be harder to find a man to have children with. But I gotta go. You guys have a good day, man. I gotta fly this sign. You know. Early 30s can have yeah. They can have at early 30s. They can have children, man. But the best time to get them is when they're in their 20s, man. Early 30s is okay, but the best time to have children with them is in their early 20s and in their mid 20s. Okay. Early to mid 20s. That's when the best time to have children. You know. But you guys have a good day. I gotta fly a sign. I'm out, man. Peace. We back on. I'm gonna make a part 2 to this. Peace. I'm out.